The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They're coming to customers, pledge $50. It honors one's funds, means promo code SGPN.
And Peggy the shot to Brown downfield. He gets the catch, and he gets in for the touchdown. The catch is made by Calvin Ridley. Wilson, as he throws deep.
And welcome, everyone, to the Propcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. It's currently Thursday morning, October 30th, around 10 a.m. Eastern, here to break down different sports. Normally, we do baseball and or football, but we felt bad. We were ignoring basketball and hockey. So we decided to do a hybrid show. Now we're going to be doing one show each week, breaking down some NBA and some NHL props in the same episode. Still the same host, though. I'm Scott Rochelle, joined by Adam Roseberg, together to break down some hockey and some basketball props for Thursday. Adam, we're going to try something new. How do you feel?
I don't know if I like new things, man, but I'm down to do it with you. As I already, before we even got on, I already yelled at you for doing it wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. I might have misunderstood the assignment. It's all good. We still have plays written down, so it's going to be the same format in terms of the number of plays, but instead we just have different sports. So we have 3 plays each, some mix and match of basketball and hockey. So looking forward to it. But either way, I saw some people asking over the last couple of weeks if we were going to do a hockey show. So we have a hockey and basketball show hybrid. So there you go.
You know what, though? It is like a prop hybrid show, so we shouldn't put it past us to eventually have like a random tennis prop, a soccer prop.
Yeah.
Things like that.
We'll make it work.
Never take a hockey pick from Scott that is on never take a soccer pick from Scott that is on a game that starts before 10 a.m. Because
I'll probably be sleeping. That is exactly right.
Mm-hmm. It's also because your hit rate on
that was 7
a.m.
That was the 7 a.m.
The 7 a.m. Yeah, earlier than 10 a.m. So the 7 a.m. show.
I think the 9 and 10 is fine. I just think the 7 is usually rough. But either way, point is going to break down some props here, so it should be fun. Before we get into any of that, also a reminder, by the way, if you do want our regular football content, coming out tomorrow, we're going to do our NFL week 9 props tomorrow. So stay tuned for that.
I still have to do some stuff for tonight, too.
Yeah, well, I haven't done any research.
Kramer and I are on exact opposites of every game this weekend. So,
believe it or not, that sounds very on brand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Niners. He's
okay. Spoilers. I got to say some of this for the show tomorrow.
Spoilers, exactly.
Either way, before we get into any of the props, though, a quick reminder that the NFL, MLB, NBA, college football, and NHL are all live, and we've got podcasts giving out free picks for everything. Subscribe to the SGPN feed to catch every episode wherever you do get your podcast. So let's get the show on the road. Adam, what is going to be your first player prop that you were going to go with for this show?
All right, so this one's late breaking, but this is absolutely this is happening. Okay, so we're gonna go to Boston, where I live right now, but I don't like Boston. I'm a Philly guy, so don't hold it against me. But we're gonna go with Tage Thompson, 5 shots, over 4.5 shots at plus 172. Guys, also approach this the way we did with baseball when I would give out constantly a plus money thing and
to win 1 unit.
To win 1 unit. I don't want everyone being like, I listed a unit on your 5-1 play and it lost. Well, it's also probably going to win. And you also made tons of money off of us on NFL, so I have no sympathy for you. That said, Tage Thompson, plus 172 for over 4.5 shots. You can do the 3.5, but I think it's a little too juicy. So Boston is in the mid towards the bottom. They're 19th in shots against. Last 4 games Tage has had against Boston, 6, 6, 6, and 8. The dude constantly is firing. And if you look at his last 5 games, just in general, 5, 5, 5, 6. What I like to look for is the shots on goal and the attempts. He actually had 6 on 8 attempts against Columbus. He had 11 attempts against Toronto, 11 attempts against Toronto because they had a home back and back, 12 against Detroit. So he's just constantly firing. If I'm looking at it on the away splits on the attempts, his last 5, the last 3 games, 11, 10, 11. And most importantly, what I look at, which is how a team is performing against that position. Let's just kind of do this. I had it queued up, but then my monitor closed, so I'm just going to do this and say that looking at Tage, opposing centers in the last, opposing centers are hitting at above, for the season, they're at 60% opposing against Boston. The last couple games, Palmieri went over. He had Palmieri had 5 shots in the last game. Horvat had every center on the Islanders just clubbed, except for Barzal because he's kind of a pussy. Stützle had 5 shots. All these big dudes who love to fire 5 shots each of them. Going to take Tage on this one at plus money.
Yeah, you also forgot to include one piece of the handicap.
What's that?
The Bruins stink.
Bruins stink.
They're really bad at hockey, but
good player.
Yes, Tage Thompson, good player, shoots a lot. Bruins really not good at hockey. So there you go. Moving on to my first prop, I'll go for basketball because why not? So for my first play, I'll go to the primetime game between the Warriors and the Bucks. Give me Jimmy Butler over 18.5 points at minus 118. He's had at least 20 points in 4 of the first 5 games of the season. We know that Butler has a bit of a rivalry there with Milwaukee based on their playoff history, but he's been good against them in the regular season meetings as well. He's had at least 20 points in 5 of his last 6 against Milwaukee. We know Butler does like to get to the foul line a lot. Milwaukee is currently allowing, I'd say, more than league average. They're allowing 27.3 free throw attempts per game. I think Butler ends up having a pretty good game here. Doesn't really need a ton of points. He just needs 19. I think 18.5 is too short. But once again, over in 5 of 6 against this opponent, and he also has gone over in 4 of the first 5 games this season. Butler's been meshing very well with Curry, and the Warriors' offense looks really good. Give me Butler to get to at least 19 points in this game, which I believe is going to be on, what is it, ESPN? Or is it on NBA TV?
They're all on ESPN. Oh, yeah.
I think
no, because it's a hockey game, so it won't be on ESPN.
I think it's on NBA TV. So if you want the only game on TV today, check out that Warriors game, and you can watch Jimmy Butler. So give me the Butler over 18.5 points at minus 118. Moving on to your second prop. I know you're going to stick with hockey, so what do you want to go with?
Yeah, don't look at me for NBA. If you see NBA on my picket, it's because I took it from Scott or I took it from Noops. Mm-hmm. You guys don't know Noops. You should be following Noops. Noops Christensen. At Noops Christensen, I think, is what his name is.
Shout out to Beeson. I know you were on there yesterday.
I was on there yesterday. And I gave out Vikings plus 4.5 and an all.
Okay.
Which I forced you to take too.
You're a closet McCarthy fan.
It's not about being a McCarthy fan. It's about the spot. It's about the spot. All right. We're going to go. I was just talking about this with my guy Streed, who I know is in the chat somewhere lurking, but we're going to go Erik Karlsson on Pittsburgh. We're going to go with him to have a point. It's minus 104. May have just moved as I hit this to minus 111. You could still take that. I hope that you're not juice averse.
Minus 111?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, what?
The humanity, I know.
The humanity. All right, so there's a lot of reasons on this. First off, Minnesota's a pretty chaotic team.
They were so good for like the first 2-3 games of the season, and then they forgot how to play hockey.
Yeah, they're not bad. Like Islanders are fun bad.
Yeah.
Sharks are fun bad. They're fun mid. They're chaotic mid is actually what I would call it. Chaotic mid is what I would call the Wild. Needless to say, they had the worst penalty kill in the NHL. Pittsburgh towards the top on the power play right now. Pittsburgh's not making our least points bet look good, but we'll see what happens. Erik Karlsson's on the point there, and he's a trigger man. So he's a lot more likely to touch the puck if there is a power play goal. He has points in 6 of 7 games against Minnesota, 70% of opposing defensemen in the last 10 games. So if you dressed 6 and all 6 got a point, that would count towards this. But in their last 10 games overall that have faced the Wild, which obviously carries over last season, defensemen have just torn up this team, especially recently. I would like to go through, and I've prepared a few of the names of people that have done that, and I would like to present that to the crowd right now. So hold on. As I fake present it. Hold on. I thought it was presented. My entire computer is just not doing well today. It's probably because of the broken pipe in my backyard that smells like poop. All right. So guys like Neil Plank, Josh Morrissey, Dmitry Orlov, Timothy Liljegren, Mikhail Sergeyev. All of these guys got points and are defensemen. Other guys include John Carlson, Thomas Hartley, who just got a huge extension, Miro Heiskanen, who wasn't scoring any points until they played each other, and he and he got a point here. Drew Doty, who is old as fuck. Justin Falk did not. Zach Werenski, 3 points. All of these guys are eating. Then these are all have the same thing that they have in common is that they're power play point trigger guys.
Yeah, I think Morrissey's a very good comp to Carlson.
Well, so I would put Werenski up there too.
That too. I know you said once again Morrissey, and that was the first name I thought that was.
Yeah. Morrissey's definitely like that. I think that like Miro's a little more defensive minded.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's what I was saying. Morrissey does tend to be a bit of a quarterback there as a defender.
Right. I mean, Harley is probably similar. Like the point is on all these guys, like they're all doing it. He's done it against them before. Pittsburgh team's kind of rolling right now. Yep. So let's take it.
Shout out to Brazeau, who nobody ever heard of, who randomly.
He's awesome. He's going to score tonight. He's good.
Yeah, this guy's very good. Nobody ever heard of him. He's just having a great season. So
I like him a lot.
There we go. All right, before we get into my second prop for the show, a reminder that we're also brought to you by our sponsor, Bookie.ag. Who's Bookie?
My Bookie.
So using bet on football, hockey, basketball, tennis, you name it. Also check out their platform, where when you actually fund your account, you can use crypto. You can also get crypto to payouts if you do end up making money and you want to withdraw it. But head to MyBookie.ag, use code SGPN. And a reminder, you get a 100% bet back bonus if I withdraw from customers. Bookie.ag promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, which is the number one prediction market for sports in America, getting some great prices. So check out the reduced juice options they have on Novig. Available in 30 states. Download the app. $50 and spend just $5 if you use promo code SGPN. And actually Novig promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finished going through our first two props for the Thursday card. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. Going to go with the matchup between the Hornets and the Magic. Bunch of points expected. Makes sense. But you know what? I'll be different. I'm going with a defensive prop in this game. Give me Miles Bridges under 1.5 steals and blocks combined at minus 126. He's had less than 2 steals and blocks in 13 of his last 17 games in general, dating back to last season. And on top of that, he's been bad against Orlando. He has had less than 2 steals and blocks in 4 straight against Orlando. I understand the Magic look like a very bad team right now. I get that they don't play much defense. The offense, though, has been fine for Orlando. But the point is, Bridges, I know, can occasionally, as a guy with a good vertical, provide some rim protection. But he's really not that good of a defensive player, especially on the stat sheet. And I do think 1.5 steals and blocks sounds oddly high for a guy that has gone under in 4 straight against this team and a guy who's gone under in 13 of the last 17. I'll take the under on his steals and blocks of 1.5 at minus 126. So that's going to be my second play for the show.
I think he stinks.
I think that
I think he is wildly overrated and overpaid.
I can agree with that.
I think he is not. I think he is paid. He is paid like he is Tyrese Maxey. I mean, he's a 3.
Well, the argument though in the NBA is that there are a lot of guys who might be overpaid based on their actual player bracket that they fall into.
The apron.
Yeah, because you're always afraid of the restricted free agency part where somebody's going to match it, so we have to overpay this guy. And then you end up paying a decent player a bunch of money, and you're like, "Why do we?"
It's not with the exception of Joel Embiid. I don't really. There's really nobody who I think is actually overpaid. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying, but
it's that kind of. I just think Mikal Bridges is.
Well, it's not Mikal. This is Miles, different guy.
Miles, sorry, I think Miles Bridges. Sorry, Miles Bridges. I mean, to me, Miles Bridges is just like a chucker.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's just kind of So one of the reasons I like this prop is because it's based around him.
Playing defense,
which he doesn't do.
So that's kind of my logic there. So that's why I like the under on him. I'm not a Bridges guy either. I'll put it this way, though. I think Miles Bridges is a lot more tolerable on the court than off the court.
Well, I'll let you remember when he beat the crap out of his girlfriend?
Yes. So I believe it was in the WNBA at the time. So there you go. Anyway, I'll go with Miles Bridges, who might be, once again, a bit overpaid at basketball, but he's better at basketball than being an actual human being. So give me the under on his 1.5 steals and blocks. Anyway, moving on to your third and final prop for the show. What do you like as your final NHL play?
We're going to go with so we are going to actually do some things on the Minnesota side of this. We're going to go with Ryan Hartman over 2.5 shots on goal at plus 130. He had one against Winnipeg, but he had 4 attempts. But generally speaking, in his last 5 games, he's gone over this. He cleared this in 4 or 5. He has his average. So his average has actually been 3. Let me just look. Also, his average shot attempts over this 5-game span is 7.2. Pittsburgh 28th in shots on goal against. I like Hartman because he plays also on one of the power play units, and he cycles on both line at 1 and 2 because he big body, he can do that. But he's been pretty consistent about this. He's also been really good about this at home. He's also been really good about this against the Penguins. He had 4 against them in March. This is the exact same Penguins team as last year. It's part of why we faded them. There aren't like a lot of the teams where like there's a giant player swap going on altogether. Like these are very much the same teams, except in March, Kaprizov, I think, was dead. So he wasn't on the team, but that's about it. Doesn't matter. Give me Ryan Hartman, 3 shots plus 130.
All right. For my last one.
Wait, no comment? You don't like it?
No, I like Hartman. I think Minnesota shoots the puck a ton, so there's a lot of shots to go around, so I'm fine with that. My last one I was torn between. I actually had a hockey play as my last one. I was torn between Aho assist and Bedard over 2.5 shots. And I think for this one, I'm going to go with Aho. Bedard, I understand, of course, does shoot the puck a ton, and the Jets do allow the most shots per game in the entire league. Underrated fact, if you didn't know that. But I'll go with Aho, over half an assist to minus 115. I'm an Islanders fan. This team is very, very fun. It doesn't mean they're good. They allow a ton of goals per game, so they're the opposite of what they used to be. They used to be bad and painful to watch. Now they're average and fun to watch. But the point is they can't stop anybody, and Aho, with this elite Carolina offense, I think should have a good showing here in this game. Aho's had at least 1 assist in 6 of his first 9 games of the season. He's also owned the Islanders. He's had at least 1 assist in 4 of the last 5 against the Islanders. Hurricanes, though, are averaging the 4th most goals per game. Islanders are allowing the 8th most goals per game. Carolina might walk into 4 goals blindly in this game. It wouldn't shock me. That's what ended up happening. The power play has also not been very good, which is kind of ironic because the Hurricanes, once again, are 4th in the league in goals per game. The power play is not very good, which once they get that going, they'll make the offense even better. But Aho's been a thorn in the Islanders' side for years, and the fact is he's been getting a bunch of points so far this season. Islanders gave up, I think it was 5 to Boston last game. Like, defensively, they're a mess. Good enough for me. Give me Aho over half an assist at minus 110 as my only NHL play for the show.
This isn't about them, but you had mentioned the Islanders. I didn't even check. Has Schaefer cooled off?
I think Schaefer still looks good on the ice, but the points...
No. I meant point. Well, he was like...
Yeah, the points have definitely cooled off. I mean, he had 0 points. He had the streak, and then they scored 7 goals against Detroit, and he didn't have a point. He hasn't had a point in 3 straight games. I mean, his ice time is still absurd, though. He's playing 23-plus minutes in basically every game. So he's on the ice all the time, but he's had 0 points in 3 straight. He looks so damn good, though.
He looks really good.
Him and Demonov are just going to fight it off for the Calder, but, you know, they both look really good.
Looks great. They're both playing on power play ones, man.
Yeah.
Like, they look great.
Yeah, but Schaefer, definitely a worthy number 1 pick in the draft. He looks incredible for a rookie. But either way, he can't be on the ice the entire game, and that's why they give up a ton of goals. Not to mention Sorokin has been horrific this season. So we'll see who's in net. We'll see if they use Rittich or not. But, I mean, we've seen this year in, year out as an Islanders fan. Carolina owns this damn team. They'll take the puck in the zone. They'll get 40 shots on goal, and they'll probably score 4 or 5 goals. I'm used to it. So give me Aho to contribute. There you go. Anyway, do you have anything else?
We were making some money. We were making some money off Svechnikov. He's our power player.
Well, he did nothing to start the season.
He did nothing to start the season.
He had a goal last game. But
so guys should take notice of this. We will be betting no points. That's actually been a pretty solid money maker.
Yes, that was one of my favorite plays.
One of my favorite plays right now is that too. Yeah. We may want to look at that if Strome is out for a considerable amount of time on this Caps team because he makes literally everything go.
Yeah, he is literally the quarterback of the entire.
Yeah, we should look at and a shout out to Shreeds because he and I were talking about this yesterday or 2 days ago. But that team looks terrible when he's not on the ice.
Yeah.
We could probably get some really good plus money on under points for a lot of dudes.
I thought about Ovi initially.
I mean, Ovi's not getting the ice time.
That's my point.
The thing, yeah.
But he's still priced like Ovi.
Is he?
I thought he was. Checked. But either way, point is, I'll ask you, is there any miscellaneous stuff you want to throw in there?
Gonna be probably on, I haven't bet it yet, but I'm probably gonna be on Tippett, Owen Tippett, shots on goal. Okay. They are, I mean, he's just a kind of
he looks good out there.
Beast. He's a beast. He's having a really good year. And it's flat minus 110. I mean, you want to talk about somebody who has a lot of attempts. He averages 5.5 attempts per game this season, and he has in his lines 2.5. And it's Nashville, who stink. Nashville's terrible. Like, don't let anything fool you on a good night. This team is bad. We have their under. We have their under. We have what do we have? I always like to look at what our.
So you're saying that overpaying for.
Oh, we cashed another college football future.
You're saying that paying for past prime Stamkos wasn't a good idea at the time?
It was terrible. But also, like, I think Saros was terrible.
Saros was a mess, but to be fair, they had no defensive integrity the entire
Yeah,
season.
I mean, well, what's his name?
Didn't Yossi get hurt for a bit?
Well, Yossi has the same thing that Porzingis has.
Yeah.
Not AIDS, but POTS.
Allegedly, it was AIDS for Porzingis in the postseason. That was not confirmed.
Schrade's pointing out that Svetch wasn't on PB1 for a stretch. He was just terrible. But his main role the last couple of years has been to be their like power play point merchant. Like that's what we would always bet him for. In the playoffs, we were betting for that all the time. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, let me see. What do we have? Team.
Oh, you said Tippett, who you liked.
Yeah, Tippett. I'm just seeing if there's other stuff. I was just also looking at.
Well, I wanted to ask you because I said that I ended up not going with Bedard. Any thoughts on the Bedard 2.5 shots? Because Winnipeg's allowing a ton of shots to everybody.
They're number
one in the league.
It's almost as if letting go of somebody who was really, really good at playing defense is now coming back to haunt them right away.
Yeah, you're trying to let your Vezina Hart Trophy winner goalie just bail you out of every game. It worked against Minnesota. Shout out to them.
What did you like? You liked his shots?
There's 2.5 at minus 130.
I know. Well, he's been pretty hot lately. He's
gone over in 5 straight. That's why I thought about it. I ended up not taking it because the numbers against Winnipeg historically aren't that great, but this is a different Winnipeg team than normal. I thought about it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, 2.5 is not many. I mean, I looked at the numbers. He is leading the Blackhawks in shots, so he is definitely shooting more than everybody else.
I feel like the other night we finally got that Donato point that I've been chasing. I've been chasing a Donato point.
To be fair, it took 7 goals, but he finally got on the board. But Bedard's been great recently, so
he's not.
That was my personal runner-up. Was the Bedard 2.5 shots?
So I like Bertuzzi a little bit more at 1.5.
Okay. That's fine. I see John stopping by in the comment section saying that Bedard's getting way more ice time at home. So
there you go. That's a good call out. I mean, he probably is because he's a. Let me just also see one other thing with him.
They are on the road, so that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna want to do. As I look at the lines, I think I want to do Bertuzzi. But one of the things that I do, well, soon I'll be able to do this on Handigraphs. But one of the things that I do is I look on Money Puck and I look at certain guys of where they're kind of moving in terms of expected goal, and like how they've been lately. Yeah, Donato's is flying. Yeah, I think we want Bertuzzi. Okay. Bertuzzi's really good value. I'm going to show my screen so that everybody can see what I'm looking at, because I like to show everybody. By the way, when everyone's done, don't use theirs. Share. Oh, I can't share screens. Sharing screens is not allowed. Whatever. You guys.
I did not reject you like Mutombo there. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, here you go.
You can do it.
Okay, cool. All right. So you see this, guys, like right here. This is on Money Puck. So I kind of try to look for guys like in this middle section.
Yeah, Donato's through the damn roof.
Donato's through the roof. He's like crazy overperforming.
And he's also scored last game. I know you don't like to double back on a guy.
I don't like to double back on a guy like on that.
Yeah.
Bedard's actually like solid right there.
Yeah.
Mikheyev was sneaky last year, but I like Bertuzzi just based on like.
That's fine.
how that's moving.
I mentioned Bedard solely for volume as well, of course.
No, I agree. It's not bad. I just, as I'm looking at it, everyone gets to watch me fuck around. Like, yeah, look at that. That's this line. Well, he's on the Bedard line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, and soon you will have this on hand, you guys, because you'll have goalies. But yeah, I like Bertuzzi a little bit more there.
That's fine. So, I didn't take Bedard as one of my 3. I was just throwing it out there.
No, I like it. It's weird because Bedard, you could also almost get away with some SGPs of under shots
over assists.
Or over goals or over points, yeah.
Sometimes he has those games. He
does that, and he just kind of.
I kind of just want to mention it because Winnipeg we think of as being this fortress defensively, and that's what they were last year.
They're not,
and now they're just
they gave up 15 shots in the first period.
Yeah, they're allowing like 31 shots per game now, which is kind of the opposite of what they built their entire, I'd say, recent success on. So keep an eye out for Winnipeg, though. They're allowing a ton of shots. They're number 1 in the league in shots allowed. So that's why I mentioned the Blackhawks. I thought it was worth mentioning with Bedard, but if you want to go Bertuzzi, that's fine. But keep an eye out for Winnipeg. They are allowing more shots than you might think.
You know what I might do?
What?
First period shots.
That's fine.
I like that one a little bit. I know
FanDuel has that.
FanDuel has that. I specifically think I like that for this angle.
Okay, that works. I mean, Chicago offensively has been better than people realize, too. So that's the thing about that team. You and I were talking about this the other day. Are they good? I brought up the idea that they're not decent.
I think that they're
finally have a goalie.
They're more fun bad than last year, but they're just, I mean, they're still kind of like, they're just kind of a mess just defensively. I mean, look, now that they're finally getting the puck in the net, like their puck luck is great right now.
The counterpoint that I will make is that they actually have a goalie that's worth a damn for once.
Spencer.
Instead of using Mrazek, you actually have Knight, and Knight I think is really, really good. So they actually have a goalie that can cover up some of the holes defensively that they had initially. I mean, they had Mrazek and what was it? Soderblom was the other one who was also terrible last year. They had some
Soderblom was awful.
I'm saying they had some really bad goalies, and Knight definitely helped fill the void there. Knight's good. I like Knight. He's a good player.
I didn't mind Knight. I never minded Knight. Well,
his save percentage is .930. Like he's been crazy this season.
They've been a lot better. So they're not a team that's given up they're not crazy about giving up shots as much as
that's what I'm saying. Like I think Chicago actually is not bad. I don't think this is a fluky run. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs.
I thought their number was really low. Point wise, I thought it was too low for them. Like it was like 60. But I don't think that they're good. And
I don't know if they're good either, but it wouldn't shock me if they were hovering around a potential wild card spot. Didn't get there in the end. But I can see them finishing with like 70s or 80s in points.
Hang on.
I can see that. For the record, by the way, Soderblom is still on the team.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
But like Spencer Knight has not gotten to play like anything over the last couple of years because he was blocked in Florida.
Well, he also took leave of absence for some other reasons. So
okay, so
he had his own personal things to deal with too. But guy.
Wait, what did he do?
I don't remember if it was substance abuse.
They all have that.
He ended up, I know, leaving briefly with Florida because he had something he had to deal with. But once he got the playing time,
so yeah, dude.
Really
so
good.
Look, they're +7 on goal differential. Dude, this Utah Mammoth team fucks. I
like that team. Cooley and Schmaltz have been out of their minds, and Keller's also very good. So they can score. The team's good.
Well, we have Little V for over his wins.
Yes, I remember that.
Which is like one of my favorite bets.
Yeah, but Schmaltz has been good.
Yeah, I like him a lot. But
saying in general, we like this Utah team too, but I don't know. I think Chicago.
This team absolutely fucks. They're +10 in goal differential, 4-0 at home. So I'm enamored.
They're very good.
Team.
But
They're
once again, I just think last point I'm making the Blackhawks. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but when you have an actual goalie, you look a lot better. And Knight has been the goalie they needed. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, you know what they could be? The Flyers with Carter Hart.
Okay.
That's my comp.
I forgot. Did Hart end up getting signed by Vegas, or they changed their minds?
He did. But that was the most obvious thing that was ever.
I just wasn't sure if the back.
Take a guy who puts himself in shitty situations and put him in a city of vices. It was always happening like that. They also
he was the only player out of those guys that actually.
No, they all
signed,
did.
Right? They all got signed.
Oh, no. They all got acquitted.
Yeah, I know they got acquitted. I'm saying signed on an actual team.
Yeah, he was, but he's also like he's a goalie.
Then again, I don't know.
I thought he was going to go to Edmonton.
I don't know how much of a hard time I should give Vegas because if they were acquitted, then technically, I guess there's nothing wrong with signing him.
No, it's not like look, man, legally, whatever. I mean, I don't know.
It's a bad look PR wise, but
it's also like it's like the Duke lacrosse team thing. Like it turned out that they didn't do it, but like if you put yourself in a situation where people are doing that, then like obviously.
No, I feel you, but at the end of the day, they were acquitted, so I wasn't that harsh.
I didn't have a problem. I was never part of that. No, he shouldn't play. I mean,
if he's found innocent, then he's found innocent.
You followed stuff with Daniel Briere's kid. His kid's
I actually did not.
Yeah, he's a terrible human being.
The kid or Briere?
The kid.
Okay.
His son is a terrible human.
I don't know anything about the kid.
He just look him up.
We are going off the rails, but yeah.
It doesn't matter. This is what the hockey show does. Yeah. So
it's fun.
Anyway, yeah, man. +7 goal differential. 5-3-2. I guess, yeah, I can see him flirting with a wild card. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to get there, but I can see.
But also understand that Dallas without Duchesne right now is spiraling.
Yes. Also worth mentioning, when you're a team like Chicago and your season's over by November every year, if you can actually play meaningful, I'll put quotes around meaningful hockey in January, that's a win for your franchise. That's all they're asking for. Just don't be a complete pushover by January.
The Stars Lightning game is at 6:30 tonight. This NHL can't get out of its own fucking way. What is this?
To be fair, basketball had a random 6:30 game last night. The Rockets played at like 6:30 in Canada, which I thought was weird at 6:30.
By the way, Minnesota's played 2 straight overtime games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh might smash this team.
They might, and Pittsburgh's been good. Shout out to Crosby, though, who's still like a monster despite being up there in years.
He's really good against the Flyers, too.
Even as an Islanders fan, I'll miss Crosby when he retires.
Oh, they played an overtime game, too. They're 4-1. Pittsburgh's been great.
They've been very good. Yeah.
How about watching the Devils get just smacked by that Avs team?
Oh, what'd they give up? 4 power play goals?
Like right away, too. It was really bad.
Well, it was a weird game. They're down 5-0. They're down 5-0. Then they went and scored 4 straight goals to make it 5-4. And then they immediately gave a power play goal and they lost. And they got buried again. So, yeah, that Avalanche power play is it's really good.
Flyers have played 6 home games already? Wow.
They played a lot.
5-1.
Speaking of overtime games, they did beat Minnesota in overtime like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's not very impressive. Minnesota's
I didn't say it was impressive. I just said it was an overtime game the Wild were involved in. But shout out to Bobby Brink, by the way, who was only in the shootout because they threw out Zegras for fighting at the end of overtime.
That was awesome.
And then Brink had a filthy overtime goal for the winner.
Oh, Brink is filthy. Ask John Streets who he jerks off to on that team.
I'm assuming it's the guy we're talking about. By the way, he's saying the Raptors started early because of the Blue Jays game, which could make sense.
Same line. It's by the way, this whole episode's going to get a warning for content, but yeah, it's Tyson Forster. Like I think
Forster's really good too.
I think Forster's great. He had an elbow issue this summer, and I was really worried about it.
I forgot he had a goal against Pittsburgh last game.
They took it away.
They did take it away.
We actually needed that to win $20K. Thank you very much. But
what kind of bets do you have that I'm just not aware of? $20K.
So John and I have a side chat, and all we do is talk about hockey and then make fun of people in our Discord.
So you created a bomb to win $20K and you got robbed?
Yeah, every single person have a point. It only missed by like 4 legs too.
Oh, so okay, all right. You made it sound like you were 1 pick away.
No. But in my head I was.
Okay, there you go. I didn't realize you took it away from Forster, but he's been good.
But they did take it away. We thought it was awesome.
Madman. Tippett's been very good so far.
Tippett's been great. You know, it's been not good.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, Michkov's been bad.
Oh, yeah.
So
forgot about that guy. All right. Anyway, I think it's going to wrap it up for our props. Of course, we'll do the best bet, and we're going to do a jumbo underdog entry.
Yeah. This will be fun. Let's do it.
Before we get into any of that, the reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, so you can play fans pick'em entries, win 5,000 times your money. And they also have a new offer for the customers. Play just $5. Get $100 of those funds. Use promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. So they're off to a good start in college football, the NFL, and they also just added NBA. So if you want some extra props that are analytically driven, you can check out Rhythm. And a reminder, you're also giving away cash prizes every week. You're tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type of model that you build, and you can win $1K. Use the promo code that we have for a discount. Use code SGPN25. Or download the app for quarter first month. That were the once again promo code SGPN25 for a quarter off your first month. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through our 3 props each. Time to move on into our best bets. So, Adam, what's going to be your best bet out of the 3 you gave out?
That Carlson point. I love it. Against this Wild team, yeah, I love it.
Okay, for me, I'm going to go. It's either Bridges or Aho. I got to figure out which one I want to do. I'll do Bridges for the 1.5 steals and blocks. Give me the under at -126. Not a great defensive player. Gone under in 13 of the last 17. I get Orlando. So far this season stinks. I get that, but I will dare Miles Bridges to guard anybody. That's kind of my logic there. Give me the under, Miles Bridges, 1.5 steals and blocks combo at -126. So moving on to the underdog entry. Anything you want to recycle?
I feel like I want something on this Pittsburgh game. I'm looking up stuff that's in here and stuff that isn't. Let's look. Odds wise, kind of want. We can go to 150 because it's a parlay. All right, let's see. Oh wait, this Jersey team should. Oh, do you want a Timo revenge game?
That's fine. I thought about maybe going with classic Hughes goal, but there's no creativity in that at all.
Why don't we do like a Timo point? Yeah, I mean, well,
I'm assuming.
What do you think? Do you think that this Devils team plays defense in it? I mean, it's a second night. It's a second road trip game in 2 nights, but
I know the Sharks have ramped up the shots on goal recently, but they still can't stop anybody from scoring.
All right, let me look.
On a separate note, by the way, because I'm assuming Nedeljkovic will be in net, I will fade Askarov blindly every time he's in net. I think Askarov might be the worst goal in the entire league.
You're missing the joke there. What's his real name?
Askarov.
There you go.
He is horrific.
Ascroft.
If you've blindly faded him in every game, I'm not sure he's covered the puck line, like the reverse puck line, a +1.5 in any game. He is horrible in net. So I will blindly fade the Sharks every time he's in net. He is really bad. Nedeljkovic isn't good either, but he's better than Askarov.
All right, let me just look at who's been doing what this season. You want to do? You know what we can do?
What do you want to do?
Let's take. Well, he hasn't done well against. Let's stay in this Minnesota game.
Okay.
Let's do Malkin.
Okay, he's been very good.
Yeah.
So what do you want for Malkin?
I think you want to do his assist. I don't think he's scoring. We can do his point.
Yeah, that works.
All right, let's do Malkin assist. You think that if you think Carolina fucks up
they always kill the Islanders.
So then do you want to do Blake?
I mean, that works.
You want to do your Aho play?
I'm fine with the Aho play.
Okay.
I'm assuming you co-sign that because Aho is always involved in almost everything.
He's just involved in everything positive for that team.
And that power play stinks. The Islanders' penalty kill is not good either, so that could get them back on track.
I think I like it.
Aho has like an insane point streak though against the Islanders, including goals. He gets a point in almost every game against the.
So then you want point or you want assist?
No, points like -280. That's why I'm saying the assist is -120. That's why I want the assist.
And then let's do Timo. Let's do a Timo assist.
Okay, that works. So we'll go for hockey only for the entry.
I'll do the point. It doesn't need to be that. Oh yeah, it's all right. The day we hit one of these is going to be so I told wow. Sebastian Aho higher 0.5 assists. Vangy Malkin higher 0.5 assists. Timo Meyer. Is it Meyer or Mayer? I
always said Meyer.
Timo Meyer high to have a point. It is a 5.61 payout, but I'm boosting it to 7.45.
There you go. I like it.
This also feels like good use of our bonus bet. Nope, never mind. It won't let me boost.
I'm assuming you can only use bonus bet or the boost payout.
Yeah. Let's just do the boost. Let's do the boost, and we'll put $50 on this. So this is $50 to allegedly win $372.50.
Allegedly. All right. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the first NBA NHL show. Before we officially end the show, though, Adam, just recap your 3 plays one more time, if you can.
Ryan Hartman over 2.5 shots. Tage Thompson over 4.5 shots. Erik Karlsson 1 point.
And for mine, give me Jimmy Butler over 18.5 points and -118. Miles Bridges under 1.5 steals and blocks combo at -126. And I'll also go Sebastian Aho over half an assist at -115. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the show. Let us know in the comment section if you enjoy this new, I'd say, show format with basketball and NHL together. Let us know if you enjoy it. Also, check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, help the channel grow.
Yeah, tell everybody, tag Kramer-centric in every single critical comment you have about me and Scott.
Yeah, that works too. Also, check out the Propcast Twitter feed, which is mentioned down below at the Propcast SGPN. Find us on Twitter as well individually. I'm at Right Show Radio. He's at Hey Rosenberg. Till next time, we're back for football tomorrow to get into our thoughts for Week 9. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.